Hi everyone, it's Gio for footballbook.pro. Welcome back and Merry Christmas. As you can tell, I'm a little bit under the weather, but we'll soldier on. This is what we do. The first game we'll look at is Washington at Jacksonville. The Jaguars are 7-point favorites. Now, that spread is a little bit high. Jacksonville feasts on bad teams, and Washington's not a very good team, but the number is a little high. Despite Jacksonville's 8-6 record, they've been outscored by 46 points. The Redskins responded pretty well last week to the coaching change. Rex Grossman came in and kept it really close against Dallas. Maurice Jones-Drew looks like he's out for the Jaguars. If you look at Washington's statistics, I think they give up the most yards in the NFL, but that doesn't mean they give up the most points. New England used to do that up until about a month ago, and they never gave up many points as well. I'm not saying they're in the same league as the Patriots, but I think 7 points is too much. Let's take the Redskins +7. The second game we'll look at, Houston is at Denver. These are two pretty bad teams, but in this game, the home team, Denver, gets the points. They're 2.5-point dogs at home. Denver's coming off of a 3-game road trip, and this is going to be their first home game, not only in quite a while, but for the interim coach, Eric Studsville. And not only that, Tim Tebow makes his first home start in his professional career. Houston is going to be without a couple of Pro Bowlers. Mario Williams is gone on the defense, but it also looks like they're going to be without their own stud, wide receiver Andre Johnson. I think with both bad teams, you should just take the points here. So let's take Denver +2.5. The third game we'll look at, San Diego's at Cincinnati. The Bungles won last week, but I personally, I think it was more of the Browns throwing that game. I can't prove that, but I just don't think the Browns wanted the Bengals to get a higher draft pick than they would have had to. They have to play them twice a year, and I personally think that the Browns threw the game. The Chargers are coming on strong. They have to win to keep up, and with Cincinnati, Terrell Owens is hurt and he's gone, and Ocho Cinco is a bit limp on the limp. He's a bit gimpy as well. So when San Diego starts to pull ahead, Cincinnati has nothing to keep up with them. I think this is going to be a rout. Let's take San Diego -7.5. The fourth game we'll look at is Detroit at Miami. All I've done all year is make money off Detroit. They're 10-4 against the spread. And another thing I've done all year is make money off Miami. They just win on the road and they lose at home, and both of these things are happening. Detroit getting points and Miami at home. Not only are they 1-6 straight up, they're 2-5. Miami is against the spread at home, and Sean Hill returns for Detroit at quarterback, and Detroit got the big gorilla off their back last week with a road win, which I called in the video, and I don't know if Detroit will win 2 in a row on the road, but 3.5 is a lot of points. Let's take the Lions +3.5. And the fifth game we'll look at is the Monday Nighter, which should be a great game. New Orleans, the champions, are in Atlanta, and Atlanta's favored by 2.5. Now, we all know how hard it is to repeat as champions, so New Orleans is already tough there, but it's also really hard to repeat as NFC South Division champions. Every year there's a new champion in that division, and I don't see that changing this year. Last year it was the Saints. This year it looks like it's going to be the Falcons, who never lose at home. Matty Ice is something like 19-1 at home as a starter. Let's take the Atlanta Falcons -2.5. Okay, we've got our 4 over-unders. Dallas and Arizona, the number is 45. Dallas just goes over the number every week. They score 30 points and they give up 30 points. The number is 45, no problem. Take the over. New England at Buffalo, I think that's going to be another shootout. These two teams normally play each other in high-scoring games. The number is 44. I can't understand why it's only in the mid-40s. Let's take the over on that one. San Francisco's at St. Louis. The number is 39.5. Couple of lousy offenses, better defenses than offenses. Let's take the under 39.5. And the fourth game will go back to the Monday Nighter, which should be a shootout between New Orleans and Atlanta. The number is 48.5. I see something like 35 to 28 in that game. Then it should be well into the 60s. So let's take the over. The suicide pick is going to be Philadelphia, as they're probably going to lay the wood to my hapless Minnesota Vikings, which is too bad. Okay, so those are my picks, and I have more on my website. Go to the site. It's www.footballbook.pro, or email me at gio@footballbook.pro. And these are my picks. Good luck. Let's take the man's money. We'll see you again, and Merry Christmas.